have spent over $70,000 trying to cure my long COVID. And I'm going to tell you guys everything that I tried, what didn't work, and what finally worked. And this isn't my typical content. My typical content is slaying the patriarchy, but I think this is really important, especially for women's health. So in October of 2020, I hadn't gotten COVID yet, okay? But I went to this event in New York City, and it was a super spreader event. Even though we all had masks, something happened. I think it was in the food that there was like 120 people there, and about 30 people got mono. I was going to say COVID, but mono. I was one of them. Okay, so I got mono from this event. They're thinking it was maybe one of the people that was serving the food that had mono, that gave it to everybody. I don't know what it was. So I was really tired and really sick for months, okay? 4 months. But I didn't know it was mono. I just thought that I had gotten a cold because I knew it wasn't COVID. I finally get a blood test and it says that I have mono. And I just freaked out. I was like, oh my God, I have mono. But you know, there's nothing you can do. You just have to live through it. And then in December, I started to feel a little bit better, and then I felt like shit again, and then I got COVID. I was going through trying to get over mono, and I got COVID at the same time. And so I was tired, I was fatigued, but I was thinking, this is just mono. So was my doctor. My doctor was thinking, this is just mono symptoms. It'll go away. After about, I would say, 4 months, I kid you not, 4 months that I couldn't work out, I couldn't do anything. And I'm a person that works out at least 5 days a week. I'm very energetic, all of that. I couldn't do any of that because I was exhausted all the time. I had joint pain. I just, you know, when you have a fever, I felt like I had a fever all the time, but I didn't have a fever. After 4 months of that, it finally went away. And I thought, okay, now I'm finally on the right track. It's gone. It's over. Let's keep it moving. And then a few months later, I started to feel really tired and fatigued again. I went to an immunologist. They did a test, and yes, my immune system was not working the way it was supposed to be working. And they were like, yes, this is the issue. It's your immune system. Once we give you the correct medication for this, it's going to go away. So the correct medication was immunoglobulin therapy, which is where they put immunoglobulins, which is responsible for your immune system to be working in your system. You can either do it through your veins, through an IV, and the IV is 4 hours every couple of weeks back to back. I mean, it's no joke. Or you can do injections yourself, and they're not injections, it's like a pump. So you put 3 needles in your stomach and you pump the immunoglobulins in your stomach, literally, and you do it yourself. So your stomach comes out to here. I'm not even joking, comes out to here. But I was like, you know what? I will do that, whatever, to start feeling better, because I was feeling like shit all the time. So now my immune system is working the way it should be working, but I'm still exhausted. I'm still tired. I'm still having these symptoms. So my immunologist said, you know what, Patty, this isn't about your immune system. You need to go see somebody else. You may want to go see a rheumatologist. Throughout this whole thing, I had gone to 3 different acupuncturists, okay? Spent thousands and thousands, I probably spent 10,000 with each acupuncturist, because just to pay for the acupuncture, and then like the tea that they gave me or the pills that they gave me, all these herbs that they told me to take, that none of it worked. I mean, none of it worked. So I went to a rheumatologist finally. He did a bunch of tests, and really they tell you have long COVID based on your symptoms and also ruling everything else out. Okay, so they ruled everything else out, and the symptoms that I told you is like, you have long COVID. So okay, great. What's the solution? Some people work really well with naltrexone. Naltrexone is a medication that they give to opiate addicts. And what it does is it blocks your opiate receptors, okay? But in low doses, at 1.5 milligrams, it's known to reduce inflammation. And that's what long COVID is, if you don't know. It's an inflammation of your entire body, and especially of your central nervous system. So I started to take the naltrexone. If 100% is feeling absolutely normal, without the naltrexone, I was going on 20% of how I should be feeling. After the naltrexone, it was about 30%. So I felt a little better, but not a lot. So I finally spoke with my hormone doctor. And the reason I spoke with her is because she's also a peptide specialist. And she had told me about these peptides about, God, probably 2 years ago. I wish I had listened. That really helped her when COVID was going around. She said she never got COVID. But I was like, I'm not sure about peptides. I really want to see like a specialist. So that's why I wasn't listening to what she told me to do. But at this point, I'm so desperate. I'd gone to every specialist. Nothing had worked. So I finally went back to her. She prescribed me these peptides. And her name is Stephanie Wolf. She's at the Novus Clinic. I will link everything. And this is not a sponsored post. I'm not making any money off of it. I'm just doing this because I think it's important to get the information out there. So the peptides that she gave me was thymosin A, thymosin B. I will link everything. And BCP 157. So the thymosins, they come in these little vials, and you use a needle that, like an insulin needle. So I pull 20 milliliters out of every vial every morning. So it's 40 milliliters total. And I inject it in my stomach 5 days a week. And the BCP 157, I take they're oral, 2 capsules once a day, but I take it every single day. Okay. So I started doing this about 25 days ago. And let me tell you, within about 3 or 4 days of taking these peptides, I started to feel so much better. I mean, so much better. I couldn't even believe it. I was shocked. And now, being on day 25, I am 98% better. 98%. I don't feel the fatigue anymore. I don't feel the burning. I'm still not 100. There's a little tinge of like just the feeling of weirdness, like the tiredness, a little tinge, but I mean, 98% is really great, right? I mean, it's amazing. They're not cheap. It was $700 for 1 month, but it's the best money I had ever spent. I spent, like I said, I spent probably $70,000 trying to cure this thing. I mean, it's $700. At the end of the day, it's like, it's so worth it. These are the peptides that have worked for me. I know everybody's different, but I also was speaking to one of my friends randomly, and I told her about this, and she said, oh, one of my friends was suffering from long COVID and took peptides and feels better. I'm like, which peptides? So she texted her friend and it came back, the same peptides. I did a bunch of research, and it seems like thousands of people are getting cured by these peptides. And it's not just for long COVID, it's for any type of inflammation. Like another one of my friends had really bad arthritis, couldn't even walk down the stairs. And now he's back to running marathons. I'm happy to answer any questions. I just want to share this with you guys, put that information out there, because I wish someone had told me this years and years ago before I spent, $50,000 trying to cure myself. So happy to answer any questions. I will be giving you guys updates. So follow me so you can get the updates as to how I'm feeling, my next process, what I'm going to do next, because I'm going to be sharing that with you guys. And I hope that this helps you and helps you beat this long COVID, because it is just insane.